participants sa gabing ito. And tonight, we're gonna talk something very important, something very, it's a necessity actually in life. And most of us before, we tend to forget this. We tend to overlook this, the importance of it in our lives. But since we got to know and get educated through IMG company, we're able to see its importance in our lives and the value of it, to really have it intact, to really start on it as early as we can. So our topic for tonight is all about Kaiser. So it is one of our partner in the company in terms of our healthcare, in terms of our healthcare investment. So the beauty about Kaiser is that halos ano na to, isa na rin, halos pagmamayari na rin to ng IMG. So you see, IMG, it's not just IMG na nag-educate ng tungkol sa financial. However, IMG is buying companies in the market in the Philippines. So there we will see, nakikita natin that IMG is doing its best para mapalaki ang kumpanya, para mapalago ang kumpanya para sa lahat ng mga taong naniniwala dito. And we are very blessed that we are in this company. So tonight, Kaiser is a byproduct of the company. And as I've said, it talks about our healthcare. So alam po natin lahat that health is wealth, di ba? Yung kalusugan talaga natin is napaka-importanting asset ng ating buhay. Kasi once tayo ay hindi malusog or tayo ay masakitin, then eventually, mahirap tayong makapag-provide. We will not be able to give to our family what they deserve to have. Kaya importanteng ingatan natin ang ating mga kalusugan, mahalin natin ang ating mga sariling ating mga katawan. And you know what? In terms of our income, ang pinakamalaking ginagastos natin usually out from our income is all about the products that we need in our body. It's all about health. Lahat, di ba? Pagkain, shelters, clothing, lahat yan. Ginagastusan natin yan all throughout the month, all throughout our lives. Why? Kasi gusto nating malakas tayo, gusto nating secure tayo physically. And it's the reason why the IMG is really teaching us or educating us about preparing our healthcare, our long-term healthcare. Kasi one way or another, one day matatanda tayo. And once we are getting old, doon na lumalabas ang maraming sakit, doon na lumalabas ang maraming gastusin sa ating mga pangangailangang pangkatawan. So right now, na bata-bata pa tayo, or we are still able to really save, really prepare for it ahead of time, gawin na natin. Huwag na nating ipagpaliban o ipagpabukas pa. Kasi ipagpabukas pa natin ito, bukas makakalimutan ulit natin. Kaya right now, na alam na natin ang informasyon, ang kahalagahan nito, it is better to really be wise on investing into it. So, kung 'di ba in terms of our health and mga gastusin nito, pag matibay yung mga panahon, andun ka na sa point ng cliff ng life mo na kailangan mo na mga medical bills, kailangan mo magpa-hospital, kailangan mo magpagamot. Kung ngayon ka tatanungin right now, kung saan ka ngayon, kung tatanungin ka ngayon, are you secure enough? May peace of mind ka ba na pag dumating ang mga panahon na yan is okay ka? May pera kang nakalaan pang suporta sa iyong mga medical bills, pang suporta kung ikaw ay kailangan magpa-hospital or kailangan magpagamot. So, matatanong natin sa sarili natin yan, ma-assess natin yan sa sarili natin right now, di ba? Kung ang sagot mo dyan is oo, then that's good. Pero kung ang sagot mo dyan is parang hindi at nasa negative side ka, then it is the right point of your life, time of your life, of our lives, na kailangan natin itong i-set aside na. Kailangan natin itong pagtuunan na ng amount or any amount of our income para ma-set natin and to have it settled already for our future needs sa ating mga healthcare. So, can it be calculated? Diba? Pwede bang natin makalkula yung peace of mind na yan? Pwede po. Can it be planned? Pwede ba natin magplano yung peace of mind na yan para dumating ang pagdating ng panahon, may peace of mind ka in terms of your healthcare money na kailangan natin? Can it be invested? Pwede ba tayong mag-invest right now para magkaroon ka ng peace of mind in the future? Yes, at yan lahat po ay tinuturo ng IMG, di ba? Tinuturoan tayo ng ating kumpanya to really set a goal, a long-term goal in terms of our healthcare. That's why we are having this Kaiser who's given us this one product in the market, the only one product in the market, which is a very wise investment for each one of us, for you and me, na pwede nating makalculate ng pangangailangan natin, pwede nating maplano yung mga pangangailangan natin balang araw, pwede tayong makapag-invest into it para nakasettled na siya, naging stable na siya along the way, all throughout the years, di ba? So, yun po ang gusto ipakita sa atin ng ating kampanya, and ito, nakikita natin sa graph na ito. Itong mga pies na ito, yung mga percentages of our elderly in the Philippines. Bakit mga matatanda ang pinapakita natin dito na survey? It is because during our elderly stage of our life, it is where we need money the most. We need healthcare the most. So nakikita natin dito na out of 40%, lahat ng mga elderlies beyond their retirement age are still working. Diba? They are still working very hard to support their needs, to support their necessities in life. And it's very sad because it is really true. It is very true in the Philippines. And they're not just supporting for themselves. They're even supporting their grandchildren, their children. Imagine, that's the life they have in the Philippines. And I can attest to it. Kasi marami akong mga kamag-anak na ganyan ang nangyayari. And it's not just my relatives and my loved ones. I do believe na marami pa po sa buong Pilipinas ang ganyan ang sitwasyon. Diba? And the 30% children and relatives, diba, nakatira na lang sila or tumitira sila sa kanilang mga anak at sa kanilang mga relatives. Wherein, is it okay? Yeah, okay din naman na tumira sila sa kanyang relatives at sa mga kanyang mga anak. However, paano yung kanyang mga pangangailangan kung ito ay inaasa niya pa sa kanyang mga anak or relatives? Isn't it hard sa part din ng kanilang mga anak at ng kanilang mga relatives? Earlier, we heard about Sir CEO Manaloga, no? And whatever he said during his training and seminar, it is really true. Whatever he said, those are the facts that we should understand and see in our community right now. Kung saan ka man ngayon sa mundo or kung nasa Pilipinas ka, di ba? Na mahirap na tumira. Mahirap umasa sa mga anak at sa mga relatives kasi hindi talaga totally matutustusan ang ating mga pangangailangan pag tayo ay tumanda na. Okay? And the 8% is humihingi na lang sa mga charities, di ba? Salamat na lang at may mga charity, may mga taos-pusong nagbibigay sa mga nangangailangan, di ba? Pero until when? Hanggang kailan tayo aasa sa mga charities, di ba? And then 2% of it, financially independent, yun lang yung mga amount or percentage ng mga populasyon ng ating mga elders sa Pilipinas ang totally they're independent on their own with the money that and the wealth that they have invested from their young age. Diba? Imagine the percentage of 2% out of the 98%. It is sad na nakikita natin ito. And all I know is that 4% ay umaasa sa ating mga SSS or sa mga government agencies natin. See, it's okay na kung may nakukuha ka sa iyong SSS or GSIS kasi you've been contributing all your working days in those agencies, like SSS, 10 years ka lang mag-contribute sa kanya, magkakaroon ka rin ng pension, di ba, after that. Pero paano pag hindi ka nag-contribute sa ating mga government agencies? Or if you contributed on it, minimum lang yung binibigay natin. How much ang nakukuha natin after the years of contributing? Are they enough to sustain our needs? Diba? Sa ating pang mga maintenance pa siguro, pag nasa elderly age na tayo, kung may mga dinaramdam na tayo, kulang pa yung mga pension na nakukuha natin sa kanila, diba? So right now, nakikita natin na there is really such a hurry, urgency, na kailangan habang bata tayo, pagtuunan natin ng pansin na makapag-save para sa ating health. Para sa pagdating ng panahon na tayo ay hindi na nagtatrabaho, hindi na natin kayang kumayod, you can just set peace in your chair knowing that there is a money that will look after you in case you need one. Diba? And ito, let's do the other one, okay? So, if in case, diba, kailangan natin ng mga medical attention, diba? Would we prefer to stay on a charity? Diba? Pag tayo ay matanda na. It's okay that there is a charity government in the Philippines, diba? Salamat sa gobyerno. Pero kung tayo ay matanda na, yung ating immune system, napaka-weak na, malakas ang potensyal na tayo ay makapitan ng mga sakit. Would you rather stay, if you have the chance, on an executive room or na private room? Diba? Masarap lang na pagdating ng panahon na yon, you can choose, diba? Ng isang lugar na kung saan tahimik, na kung saan lugar na kung saan hindi ka mas prone na ma-infect sa iba pang mga sakit. And there's no way you can do that kung hindi ka magpe-prepare ahead of time. Rather, if you will prepare ahead of time, we will prepare ahead of time, then there is a very high chance na once tayo ay magkasakit at kailangan ma-hospital, we can sit or we can stay on a place wherein you can rest, wherein it's peaceful, wherein you can pwede kang gumaling ng mabilis, diba? Kasi once may sakit tayo, gusto natin ng tahimik, gusto natin ng walang magulo, diba? Gano'n naman tayo ang nature nating tao eh. And if we can only experience that kind of experience once right now, ngayon pa lang, is pinaprepare na natin. So what is long term ba? Ano ba tong long term care na pinag-uusapan natin? So long term, it is to provide you healthcare when you retire or when you stop working. It is someone to take care of you when you get old or when we get old. So gaya na sinasabi natin lagi, ito yung bagay na kung saan piniprepare mo na ngayon. Kasi alam mo na balang araw, pag tayo ay tumanda na, hindi na kaya magtrabaho, retired na tayo, it is someone na who will look after us on our medical expenses or medical bills pag kailangan natin. Diba? And in the Philippines, people don't die because of lack of medical services. People die because of lack of monetary support. And this is very true. Hindi dahil walang kakayahan ang mga medisina, ang mga doktor, ang mga ospital sa Pilipinas kaya maraming namamatay. It is because kulang sa pera. Kulang sa pera ang bawat taong magkakasakit. Kaya sila hindi na-attend ng hospital. Kaya sila hinihindian ng hospital. We believe it or not, once you get sick, you go to the hospital, unang tanungin sa'yo, may pang-down ka ba? Unang tanungin sa'yo, may healthcare ka ba? Unang tanungin sa'yo, may PhilHealth ka ba? Tama? Yun ang unang-unang isasambat sa'yo ng mga medical person in the hospitals. If you don't have them, ano ang gagawin mo? Uuwi kang luhaan, titiisin mo yung sakit hanggat sa mawalan ka ng hininga. Would we like to experience that kind of situation? Or gusto ba nating ma-experience yan ng ating mga mahal sa buhay? I don't think we would love to see that kind of situation in our lives. Kaya tama lang po na ngayon pa lang paghandaan na natin ang mga ganyang klaseng potensyal na pangyayari sa ating buhay. Kasi these things, they are inevitable. Posible itong mangyari. Kasi nasa katawan tayo, yung katawan natin, it's physical, na nagkakasakit ang ating mga katawan. Kaya alam natin na one way or another, mangyayari sa atin ito or sa ating mga pamilya. Ayaw man natin, pero it's part of our nature. Diba? So what do we do? Diba, in IMG, we're always teaching each one of us to follow this solid financial foundation. Lagi natin, even in our membership orientation, we are discussing all about this kasi importanteng maintindihan natin kung bakit kailangan natin itong sundin or sundan. Why? Kasi yung healthcare plan or yung short-term or long-term care, they are always at the bottom. They're always at the bottom. Why? Kasi like we're building our house, we should always build it from the ground, right? Dapat sa baba muna tayo mag-umpisa before natin lagyan ng ating mga bubungan, ng ating mga rooftop, before natin decoratan hanggang sa gumanda ang ating bahay. Same thing sa ating financial house. Kailangan magsimula tayo sa baba. Bakit? Kasi once you will start it from the top, it will not be sturdy. it won't be stable. Hindi magiging matibay ang iyong bahay. So once magkaroon ng mga financial tremors, so once magkaroon ng mga financial crisis, emergencies, mga uncertainties sa life na kailangan ng mga kailangan mga financial object or things, pera, kailangan yan, wala kang magagawa kasi yung bahay financial mo is hindi matibay, posibleng lahat ito ay gumuho. Magkakaroon ng domino effect kung hindi natin ito sinimulan sa dapat na sisimulan nito. So where should we start first? Of course, below the healthcare short-term or long-term care, dapat tayong merong mga increased cash flow. Dapat dagdagan natin yung mga paraan na kumikita tayo, not just from our active income. We should also have some passive income. Tama? Dapat po, lagi ko nga itong gino-joke, sa buhay is isa lang ang dapat na permanente, kundi asawa mo lang, di ba? Pero wag kang makontento sa isang trabaho or isang investment. Dapat pag may investment ka, you should diverse it. Dapat gumawa ka ng marami, and that will give you more cash flows in life. 'Di ba? So ganito 'yon, 'di ba? Dapat kasi yung ating mga active income, hindi po 'yun sapat. To be honest, hindi po siya sapat sa ating mga goals. Ano ba yung mga goal natin? Gaano ba kalaki ang mga goal natin? Gaano ba kahaba ang mga goal natin? Then, kung makikita natin yung mga goal settings natin, then you will see that our active income won't be enough. So, kailangan natin ng mga extra income that will get into our pocket na pwede nating magamit yung pera na ito para pangtustos sa mga pangangailangan natin. 'Di ba? You can use this money to buy or invest your healthcare, 'di ba? You can use this money to buy or to have life insurance as your protection for your family para mabayaran natin mga utang, 'di ba? Para makapag-ipon pa tayo yung mga ipon na 'yan to become our emergency funds na pwede rin nating ilagay sa ating mga mutual funds or wherever wherein it will also accumulate interest. And of course, once na meron pa tayong maraming pera pumapasok sa atin, we can do a lot of investment. We can diversify our investments para over the time, it will accumulate, it will give us a lot of passive income, diba? And it will give us wealth eventually. So nakikita natin from the bottom, healthcare is very needed, diba? Kasi kung mahal po natin ang ating pamilya, dapat mas mahalin po natin ating mga sarili. Kasi kung tayo ang breadwinner, tayo ang provider, tayo ang money machine sa ating family, then we should look after ourselves first. Diba? Kung ang money machine ay may sakit at hindi gumagana, anong mangyayari sa pamilya? We cannot give what we do not have. Diba? If we are sick, what can we do? What our family can do? So that is why it is very important that healthcare is always the number one, at least in our life, to really look after first. Okay? So dito rin sa ating age curve, nalalaman din natin dito ang dalawang phase ng ating buhay. Our younger age and our older age, diba? Ang tanong, saan ka na ba dito, diba? Sa iyong money line, diba? Saan ka na ba dito? Are you still here starting? Or are you already here making a lot of wealth and investments, diba? So, sa buhay natin, it's either we will live too long or we will die too soon, diba? Now, the question there is we will focus on the we will live too long kasi yun yung topic natin ngayon. Paano pag we are blessed by the Lord by an age, numbers of age, umabot tayo ng 90, 100. Ano ang dapat nating preparation for that? Dapat meron tayong mga investments, right? Na pwedeng magsuporta sa atin financially. Na pwedeng magbigay, mag-maintain sa ating mga lifestyle nung tayo ay nagtatrabaho pa. Diba? And most importantly, dapat meron tayong healthcare. Kasi during this age, if we will live too long, ito na yung pinakamahal na stage ng buhay natin. Why? Kasi it's not just the very expensive stage, but it will be the very long stage of our life. Kasi retired ka na, wala ka nang ginagawa. And bakit mahal? Kasi ito na yung panahon na kung saan yung ating mga katawan ay nag-surrender na sila. By nature, nagsusurrender na natin mga katawan and it needs a lot of attention. Kailangan na maraming medical attention, di ba? So, if we're talking about medical attention, ibig sabihin kailangan ng maraming pera. Kaya lagi natin sinasabi, di ba, wealth and health should always go together. Hindi yan dapat nagkakahiwalay. Dapat silang laging sama-sama. So, paano kung may problema ka sa health at wala kang wealth? Anong mangyayari sa atin, di ba? Di ba? So, dapat yung wealth and yung health, dapat laging nagkakasama yan. At yun yung goal natin dito. Dapat sa pagtanda natin, when we live too long, we should always have some wealth at least para pangtustos kung sakaling yung health natin is nagda-downgrade na. And one way to do that is having healthcare protection. Long-term care protection, di ba? Yun yung purpose ng ating healthcare. Yan. So, if we will grab or invest one healthcare in life, there are questions that we need to ask. Ito yung mga question na kung saan importante siyang tanungin kung yung healthcare ba na yan is it really the best healthcare in town na pwede kong i-investan para sa aking investment for healthcare in the near future na paghandaan. First is, does it have both short-term and long-term healthcare? Second, does it have guaranteed renewal? Diba, nare-renew ba siya? Does it have guaranteed savings and investment? May kasama ba itong savings? May kasama ba itong investment? Next one, does it have life insurance or protection? Does it have a rider of life insurance or any protection like accident protection? Meron ba sila nito? Yang apat na katanungan na yan yung titignan natin sa ating pupuntahan na topic later on. And we will see if these 4 questions will be satisfied by our partner from Kaiser. Okay? So, parang ating Kaiser kasi, yung ating long-term healthcare in Kaiser, para siyang Nescafe. Alam yung Nescafe, kung umiinom kayo ng Nescafe, for sure, kung Pilipino kayo, alam niyo to, di ba? Ang Nescafe is known for their 3-in-1. Di ba? Sa isang pakete, 3 sangkap na. May kape, may asukal, at mayroong creamier. Di ba? Ganon din po ang ating Kaiser long-term. Di ba? So, para siyang, bakit siya 3? Bakit siya 3-in-1? Kasi meron na po siyang healthcare. Okay? And then, meron na siyang protection or life insurance. And lastly, meron siyang investment. And later on, we will see kung bakit 3. Kung bakit ganyan siya. Kung bakit, parang ang ganda naman nun, sa isang produkto, 3 na agad ang nahihit niya sa ating solid financial foundation. Kaya in the company, this is the product that we really recommend sa mga nagsisimula pa lang. Kasi 3 na agad ang nahihit niya sa ating solid financial foundation, healthcare. The very bottom one, protection, life protection. Second to the healthcare. And lastly, the investment. At bakit maganda? At bakit maganda na meron siyang investment? Makikita natin later on. Okay? So, complete the financial plan, ultimate healthcare plan. Okay? So, it's a 3-in-1. Okay, may healthcare siya, gaya ng sinasabi natin. May insurance and of course, the investment. So, we let that money work for us. So, lahat ng mga ating nilalagay or binabayaran sa ating premium na plan na kinuha, that money that we invested on it will accumulate over the years kung hindi natin magamit yung ating plan. So, later on, we will discuss more about that. Okay, so, ang ating ambassador sa ating Kaiser, syempre, si Megastar. Diba? It is because she in her life, she experienced the importance of healthcare. And we heard a lot about it. It's because of her mom na during the time na nagkasakit ang kanyang mother is wala siyang liquid na mga assets. Lahat ng mga pera niya is andun sa mga assets na kung saan mahirap ibenta. Kasi mahilig siya sa mga properties. And during that time, ang kailangan niyang ang mga bills ng kanyang mom sa hospital is umabot ng mga 8 digit. So, imagine mo yung 8-digit ang nagastos ni Sharon sa kanyang nanay sa hospital. Ganun kalaki ang hospital bills niya. So, eventually, her daughter lend her some money or ang kanyang anak ang nagbayad ng ibang hospital bills. So during that time na ano ni Sharon, na-realize niya the importance of healthcare. That's why when she was offered to become an ambassador of Kaiser, hindi siya nagdalawang isip. Kasi siya mismo naranasan niya kung ano ang importansya nito sa buhay. 'Di ba? So sino po ba ang Kaiser natin? Can we really trust Kaiser? 'Di ba? Parang minsan kasi if we're talking about investment, importanteng malaman natin, can we trust the company? And dito makikita natin how trusted Kaiser is. First is, we are duly accredited by Department of Health and Insurance Commission. So kung alam po natin yung Insurance Commission, they're very strict in terms of laws, in terms of mga pangangailangan para magiging license ka sa kanila. 'Di ba? Our company is like registered with Security and Exchange Commission in SEC last 2004, June 8. So, as a healthcare provider with an authorized capital stock of 160 million. 160 million ang ating initial capital stock sa company. And alam niyo po ba that to have a healthcare company in the Philippines, you only need 60 million. Pero ang ginawa ni Kaiser, mas dinoble, halos lampas doble pa ang ginawa niyang stocks dito. This just for this alone, we will see that how serious Kaiser is. How serious when they are building this company, how serious they are going to deal with people how they want people really to trust them. 'Di ba? Kasi halos lampas doble pa ang ginawa nilang stocks dito when they started. And how much more ngayon, di ba? Kaiser is already 16 years old at the moment, right now. So yung 160 million na yan, I don't think so 160 million pa rin yan. Imagine how much you're earning every year in the company. Diba? Kaiser's board of directors are seasoned experts in medical field and services and in the healthcare industry with its president and medical doctor, Dr. Lia Oyolo. So siya yung medical doctor natin na president in the company, okay? And alam niyo po ba na si Dr. Lia Oyolo, siya din po yung vice president ng mga umbrella HMO organization in the Philippines. So ibig sabihin, kilala ang Kaiser sa industriya ng mga HMO. Diba? And she's also an HMO executive, prominent doctor. Of course, she's an outstanding Tomasian. Last 2019, she's been given this title by University of Santo Tomas. So, Dr. Lia Oyolo is just not a mere doctor. She's a she's a high caliber kind of doctor in her field, in her profession. So, tignan natin naman ngayon kung ano bang meron dito sa Kaiser. Ano bang mga produkto meron ng Kaiser, di ba? Kaiser as International Health Group Incorporated as an HMO company caters to both corporate, group, family, individuals, accounts with our various short-term packages. So, meron din mga short-term packages ang ating Kaiser. Well, one of them are the Kaiser Health Card Individual para sa mga individual na tao na gusto kumuha ng mga short-term na kung nasa IMG business ka, pwede mo makuha ito ng libre, di ba? If you're doing the business here in IMG, pwede mo makuha yan ng libre. If you are an MD, from marketing director going up position, meron po yan, pwede ka magkaroon ng libre niyan. Okay, Kaiser Health Card for Family, kung buong pamilyang gusto mong kuna ng short-term healthcare, meron rin sila. Kaiser Health Card for Many Group, itong mga kumpanya na 10 to 49 members lang, pwedeng kumuha. Kaiser Healthcare Card ng merong 50 to 99 members. And then sa mga corporate companies na merong 100 members and above. And of course, for our senior care plan. Although the senior care plan is very expensive. Kasi alam ng kumpanya na mas masakitin na ang ating mga matatanda. Kaya mas mahal ang kanilang plan. Okay? So, some of the government agencies that are having Kaiser as their HMO provider is DAR, yung ating mga House of Senates, di ba? So, we know them, nakikita natin sila sa TV, and yet, they really trusted Kaiser, di ba? How much more tayo as just a normal individual in the Philippines, as mamamayan ng Pilipinas, di ba? And right now, today, what we're really going to discuss is this one beautiful product of Kaiser. This is the first in the market in the Philippines na inilabas na Kaiser pa lang ang nagbigay at nagbuo. And this is the Premium Healthcare Builder Plan, our ultimate Kaiser Health Builder. This is our long-term care plan sa ating HMO ng Kaiser. So what is this plan? Ano po ba ito? It's a 7-year paying and 13-year waiting plan na product. So it is a 20 years in total maturity period. So 20 years to na produkto na. Mayroon siyang maturity up to 20 years. However, the paying period is only 7 years. So imagine, 7 years ka lang magbabayad at meron kang 30 years na waiting period. And on the 20th year, it's already mature, diba? It's already mature na. Once it's mature, then if you haven't used your plan, the money that you're paying for the last 7 years, it's been invested in mutual funds, and all throughout the years, during 13 years waiting period, it's been accumulated. And then kung magkano ang kinita nun, ayun ang makukuha mo at the end of the maturity period. Diba? Kasaya lang. Diba? May nag-aantay na pera sa'yo or healthcare sa'yo na ganun kalaking amount after the maturity period. So, it is designed to provide healthcare beyond that of that HMO, diba? It allows individual to save during employment while still being covered by company's health plan. Kasi usually tayo ngayon na nagtatrabaho pa lang, we always have our short-term health care sa ating mga companies. And we've been looked after by it whilst we're still working with our company. So hindi pa natin kailangan ng long-term healthcare plan. And this is the perfect timing for us to really invest it as early as now for that long-term kasi hindi pa natin siya nagagamit. Hindi pa natin siya kailangan. At pwede niya tayong antayin pag ito ay kailangan na natin, di ba? And tayo, like me, here in the UK, meron kaming NHS, so hindi namin kailangan itong Kaiser. Pero we still invest in it. Kasi pagdating ng panahon, malay mo pag mature na ito, hindi ko pa na siya kailangan, hindi makukuha ko yung pera, di ba? May investment ako sa Kaiser. So it's geared to address the long-term healthcare needs of individuals, especially after employment and retirement years. Diba? Ito yung sasagot, ito yung sasalo sa atin. Pag dumating ang panahon na hindi na po tayo nagtatrabaho at hindi na tayo nakikater ng ating mga short-term healthcare ng ating mga companies. We have our long-term healthcare that will look after us if we need them. Securing a more comfortable elderly life. Exactly, because this is a long-term healthcare. This is for a long time goal investment na pagdating ng panahon na yon, for sure, tumatanda na din tayo. At least, kahit matanda ka, hindi ka kawawa, di ba? Kasi you prepared ahead of time. As I've said, it's a 713, okay? So in our Kaiser Health Builder Plan, we have 3 periods or 3 stages na pag-uusapan. First is the accumulated period, or we called it as our paying period, which is this 1 to 7 years, okay? Second period is the extended period, that will last from the 8th to the 20th year. And that will be the 20th year will be our maturity period. And from the maturity period until such age na gusto mo siyang i-keep ang yung investment sa Kaiser, we call that as our long-term care period. So, 3 stages siya. Again, accumulation period or the paying period, extended period or the saving period, and the long-term care period. Alright, first thing first is we need to discuss first our accumulation period. Ano bang meron dito sa accumulation period? Ano bang mga benefits meron sa accumulation period? Okay? Accumulation period will start from the 1st year to the 7th year. And this is the period wherein we are paying for our premium. Alright? We're paying for our premium. Based on our example, we have the K100. Just for us to really calculate specific amounts. Easier for us to calculate specific amounts, okay? So we have K100, and as you have known, if you're paying K100 by an annually, you're paying for the amount of 58,821.43. Meron na yang 2 months na less. Kasi pag annual ka nagbayad, 2 months less ang babayaran mo, okay? And by 7 years, the total of your payment or investment is 411,750 pesos, alright? for the last 7 years. Alright. Okay, so ano po ba ang meron dito sa ating 1 to 7 years? Ano po ba ang ating mga benefits dito? Right, puntahan natin. So, during accumulation period or the 1st to 7th year or immediate medical benefits, ano po ba ang mga benefits natin dito? First is our annual physical exam. Yung ating EPA coverage, yung basic 5 natin, di ba? Sa ating mga physical examination, chest x-ray, routine fecalysis, routine urinalysis, complete blood count, ECG para sa mga lalaking 35 and above, pap smear naman sa mga babaeng 35 years old and above. Okay? And of course, we have our dental benefits. Ito yung mga unlimited check-ups, yung mga unlimited simple tooth extraction, 1 year free dental prophylaxis, sa mga cementation of jacket crowns, inlays, onlays, and minor adjustments of dentures. So, basically, these are all just basic dental benefits. Kung gusto nyo magpagawa ng mga complicated things sa iyong mga ngipin, then we need to pay extra for it, okay? And what is the third one? Basic health benefits. So, pwede natin gamitin or pwede tayong magpa-check up sa ating mga specialist, okay? Sa ating mga surgeons o sa ating mga physicians na accredited ng ating Kaiser. And of course, we can also use operating room and hospital intensive care. So, by this time, pwede tayong gumamit ng ating plan na as long as we will stay in the hospital. Kailangan pong you really sleep in the hospital when you do this, 'di ba? Kung kailangan gusto mo mag ano ng mga intensive care or operating room. And of course, kung Kaiser ano ka naman, plan holder ka naman, meron ka namang mga discounts din sa mga surgeon's fee. Okay? Sa ating mga accredited na mga surgeons, physicians, or anybody in the medical field. And we have a 1,000 pesos per day na allowance sa bawat room o sa room na ating matutulugan sa hospital. That is for the K100 and it will differentiate depending on your plan. Okay? Yung allowance na yan ng per day sa room na ating pagsistayhan. And of course, we have the 60,000 hospital benefit limit, okay, for the K100. Ito yung allowance natin. And we need to remember na all these benefits can be availed only after paying for a year. Dapat bayaran po muna natin yung 1 year na premium natin before natin ma-avail lahat ang mga ito. Kasi po, this product or plan is for long-term healthcare. At kahit saan naman po, ganun po. It's just the same laws or same requirements ang ginagawa. 1 year, dapat nakapagbayad tayo para magawa natin ito or ma-enjoy natin ang mga benefits na ito. Okay? And the sixth one is the term life insurance coverage up to the age of 75 years old. So, may life insurance po tayo dito. Okay? So, ang life insurance for the K100 is 450,000. 450,000 pesos. And how about for the accident death? Ibig sabihin, what if we die due to accident? Then we will have our life insurance doubled. So, dodoble po ang ating life insurance. So, kung ating life insurance is 450,000, then times 2, that's 900. 900,000 ang ating accidental death life insurance. And how about dismemberment? Ibig sabihin na aksidente ka, and then due to accident, pwede kang nawalan ng 2 kamay, bibigyan ka rin ng 100% ng iyong insurance, which is 450,000. Kung nawalan ka ng 2 paa, 100% pa rin. Pag nawalan ka ng 1 hand, 1 eyesight, 1 foot, 1 eyesight, and both sight, they are all 100%. Ibig po sabihin, hindi lang po ito simpleng aksidente lang. This is an accident wherein talagang maano yung trabaho mo. Magkakaroon ka ng problema sa work mo. Pwedeng hindi ka na makapag-work or pwedeng you need to leave from your work for a couple of weeks or months due to the accident. And then that's the only time wherein Kaiser will reimburse or will give your dismemberment insurance or accident insurance. Okay? So, wag po tayo mag-claim ng ating accident insurance kung nahulog ka lang sa puno ng mangga at nabalian ka lang ng isang daliri. Okay? Hindi po yun kasama sa dismemberment natin. And the 8th is the favor of membership fee due to death. So, ano ibig sabihin nito? Just in case na ako, kung sakali man ako ay nawala, and then, nakuha na yung aking insurance, right? Or life insurance ko na nabigyan na sa aking family. So, yung mangyayari po, yung 450,000, kung sakali mang 7 years ang paying period natin, right? 7 years. And then, pag nawala ako, kung sakali on the 5th year, ibig sabihin, meron pa akong 2 years na kailangan bayaran. So, kung magkano yung kailangan kong bayaran sa 2 years na yon, i-deduct lang yun doon sa amount ng aking life insurance, which is 450,000. So, kung magkano yung natira doon sa pinagdidakan, yun yung ibibigay sa aking family. Okay? So, yung natirang sobrang pera, yun ang maibibigay sa aking mga beneficiaries. Okay? Waiver of membership fees due to total and permanent disability. So, same thing po. Kung sakaling maaksidente ka at yung accident mo is talagang permanent na siya at hindi it will cost you na hindi ka na makapagtrabaho. So, ang gagawin po ng Kaiser, i-waiver po niya ito. Ibig sabihin, hindi ka na po magbabayad ng inyong premium. Alright? So, ibig sabihin, kung sakaling na-aksidente ka and it's a permanent disability ang nangyari sa'yo for 7 years na paying period mo, 5 years ka, on the 5th year na dyan ka na-aksidente. So, yung 2 years mo, may babayaran ka pa, right? So, ang gagawin ng company or ng Kaiser, i-waiver niya yun. Ibig sabihin, yung remaining 2 years, hindi mo na kailangan bayaran yan. Kasi, unang-una, wala ka nang kakayahang magbayad dahil hindi ka na nakakapagtrabaho. So, ganun po ka-generous, ka-considerate ang ating company ng Kaiser. Diba? Ang bait ng Kaiser. Right. So, and of course, the policy should be active status. Of course, kailangan active yung ating plan. Kaya, wag po natin kalimutang magbayad ng ating mga plan every month. Okay? And of course, ang mangyayari din po dyan, kung sakali mang mamatay po tayo, ibibigay ang ating plan sa ating beneficiary. First, ibibigay yan sa ating first beneficiary. Okay? So, ang makukuha na lang ng ating mga beneficiary is yung healthcare na lang. At yung healthcare nila is bayad na po yun. Hindi mo na kailangang bayaran kung may hindi ka pa nabayaran ng mga buwan or taon. So, once namatay tayo, nakuha na nila yung ating life insurance, bayad pa ang ating plan. So, may enjoy ng ating beneficiary yung healthcare na nasa ating plan. And same thing, pag namatay tayo na due to accident, same thing will happen. Okay, yun nga lang, doble ang makukuha nilang life insurance doon due to accident. Okay, so that's it. So remember, we've got loads of accredited hospitals and clinics all over the Philippines. Over 800 yan. So if you have your Kaiser portal, if you're a Kaiser owner already or plan holder, makikita mo doon yung mga accredited hospitals in your area. Or you can search online. Search it in the Kaiser website. Makikita nyo yung mga hospitals and clinics na accredited nila. Okay? And now, let's talk about our extended healthcare coverage period. Ibig sabihin, ito yung panahon na kung saan it's a waiting period para papunta sa ating maturity period. So this is the end of 7th year up to the 20th year. So this is a 13 years waiting period. Ang tanong, ano ba ang mga benepisyo natin sa waiting period na ito? Ito yung kagandahan kasi during this time, our investment is started to give us some dividends or some healthcare value or limit in our medical needs. Okay? So, pag-usapan natin ito kasi exciting to at maraming calculation ito. Kaya stay tuned lang kayo and focus yourself sa ating presentation. Okay? So, alright. First thing first, ang ibibigay sa atin na benefit ng Kaiser during the extended period is our 10% of our yearly health benefit limit. Diba? So, that's 10,000. So, kung ano ba yung plan natin? The plan that we have here is K100. Right? So, K100 is equals to 100,000 pesos. So, what is the 10% of 100,000 pesos? 10% of 100,000 pesos is 10,000. Yan, palakihin natin. Okay? So, meron tayong 10,000 on the 8th year. That is our health benefit limit. Okay? So, every year, up to the year 20, we always have 10,000 in our card. Kasi on the 7th year kasi, after our paying period, we will be given a Visa card, a Kaiser Visa card, wherein every year, nagde-deposit si Kaiser doon ng pera na pwede natin gamitin in case kailangan natin ito sa ating mga medical bills. Okay? And also, you can use it to buy some medicine outside sa ating mga tawag nito, mga drugstores. Okay? So, may hawak tayong card mismo niyan. May i-issue ang Kaiser sa atin na card na meron na siyang mga allowance na nilalagay ang Kaiser all throughout the years, upcoming years of your plan. Okay, so 10% of K100, that's 10,000, I mean. So, every year, naglalagay ng 10,000 pesos si Kaiser dyan sa ating card. Alright? Once na hindi mo nagamit, di ba, or may amount kang natitira dyan sa bawat taon ng iyong card or ng iyong plan, nag-accumulate yan ng 10%. Okay? Any amount that's left in your card will be accumulated into 10%. Diba? Lahat ng mga unused yearly health benefit limit natin. So let's just say, for example, in this instance of our presentation, wala kang nagamit, okay? Wala tayong nagamit sa ating mga plan. Or every year, wala tayong nagamit. Okay, so 10% of 10,000 is 1,000, right? So 1,000 plus 10,000 is 11,000. Plus 10,000 on the 9th year, if you will add that up, it will give us 21,000. Tama? And then, what is the 10% of 21,000? And then you add it up plus the 21, and that's 3,100, right? 10% of the 21,000 is 1,100. 3,000. Yes, 1,100. All right. And then you add 21,000. And then plus 10,000, it will give you 33,100. And then so on and so forth. Every year, nag-accumulate yan ng 10,000. So imagine mo, all throughout the 13 years, doon lamang sa iyong health benefit limit na regular na 10,000 every year, meron ka ng 269,750. Diba? So, ibig sabihin, ito na yung perang nasa loob ng iyong bank o ng iyong card, ng iyong Kaiser card after that 13 years, 'di ba, na hindi mo siya nagamit, 'di ba? With its 10% accumulated na interest. 'Di ba? So, ibig sabihin, imagine mo kung wala tong 10% na accumulated interest per year, that's only 130,000 pesos. Pero since mabait si Kaiser dahil may investment ang ating Kaiser plan, kaya nagkakaroon siya ng 10% accumulated interest per year, kaya nagiging 269,750. That's double the amount of our regular amount ng ating Kaiser health benefit limit. And not just only that, meron pa po tayong additional yearly health benefit limit. This is the dividend of our investment. Magkano po ba ang investment natin for the past 7 years for our K100? That's 411,750. Tama po ba, diba? So, dito sa ating presentation, sa ating additional healthcare benefit limit, on the 8th year, binigyan tayo ni Kaiser ng 32,981. This is the 10% of our total membership fee. Lahat ng ating binayad sa Kaiser for the last 7 years na 411,750. So, 10% niyan is the 32,981. Okay? So, imagine mo, 32,981 and then we will add this up. May 10,000 tayo from our health benefit limit from the first year na regular. Talagang guaranteed na binibigyan ng Kaiser yan. So that's already 42,981 at the bottom here. Ibig sabihin pala, hindi lang tayo tatanggap ng 10,000 for the plan that we get. Kundi, may dagdag pa siyang dividend interest from our investment from Kaiser. So 42,000 on the 8th year. So now, on the 9th year, magkakaroon ulit yan ng accumulated or nag-accumulate or nagkakaroon ng accumulation yung iyong investment. Every year, nagkakaroon ng accumulation depende sa takbo ng economy. But of course, syempre, during this time, Kaiser will invest our money in a moderate risk mutual fund companies na magbibigay sa atin ng katamtaman lang na interest pero hindi tayo malulugi. Yung alam ng company or ng company na hindi mawawala, hindi malulugi yung ating pera. So moderate risk lang ang pag-iinvest ng ating pera during this time. Okay? So now on the 9th year, pag kumita ulit ang ating pera, as long as hindi bumaba ng 3% ang kinikita ng ating investment, Kaiser will always give us a dividend every year. And now on the 9th year here in our example, Kaiser has given us 11,793. This is about 2.86% of our total investment ng Kaiser. Okay? So 11,000 just for the sake of presentation and calculation. So ano yung magkakaroon pa rin yan ng 10%, ano yung 32,000 natin, magkakaroon ulit yan ng 10% and then ma-add up sa ating 11,793 pesos and then yung total niyan is 48,072 pesos. Now, it will always add up again from your 21 on top of your healthcare benefit limit on the 9th year. And you add from your 48,072, how much will it give you? It will total to 69,072 pesos. So, ibig sabihin, on the 9th year, you're not just having 21,000, kundi meron kang 69,072 pesos. So, ibig sabihin, pwede itong 42,000 na ito, madagdag sa 69,072 pesos. So, magkano na total niya? Nasa 100 plus na yan, di ba? Ibig sabihin, pag wala kang nagamit during the first year, on the 8th year, it will always add up to your second year. At hindi lang po yung nagko-compound yan, nag-accumulate yan all throughout the years. Okay, on the 10th year, again, Kaiser has given us another amount, 12,100. Nasa mga 2 point something pa rin ito na percentage as long as kumikita ang ating pera not less than 3%. Okay? So, magkano ang 10% ng 48,000 plus 12,000 and then 12,100. Okay? And then, ang total niyan is 64,980 pesos. Then, 64,980 pesos, you will add up the 33,100 from your accumulated healthcare benefit limit. It will give you 98,000 pesos. And so on and so forth. Ganon pa din ang calculation niya. And imagine nyo po, during lang dito sa ating accumulated additional yearly healthcare benefit limit, we already have 446,490 pesos. Now, if we will add this, which is this healthcare limited limit natin, health limited limit na 269,750 plus our accumulated bonus na healthcare benefit limit, which is 446,419, the total of these two is 816,169. So, ganun lumalaki yung pera natin sa ating mga plan. As long as wala tayong nagamit. Well, syempre, kung may nagamit man tayo during these years, then it will just be deducted. Okay? It will just be deducted. So, ibig sabihin, kung may nagamit tayo, hindi na siya 816,168 at the end of the 20th year. Kundi, mababawasan na siya. Ganun lang siya. Okay? So, yan po ang kagandahan. Ibig sabihin, we have received not just one, but two benefits in our plan. Okay, the health benefit limit when it also accumulated, and also our additional yearly health benefit limit from dividend of our investment. Okay, so that's 816,168 pesos. And then what is this 100,000 and 350,000 pesos? Ito pong 100,000 pesos na ito, guaranteed na ibabalik ito ng Kaiser once we reach our maturity period. Okay? Ibig sabihin, kung yung plan mo is K45, that's 45,000 pesos. So, 45,000 pesos ang guaranteed na ibabalik sa'yo ng Kaiser. But since we are having K100 as our example for today, we are giving 100,000 pesos after our or during our maturity period on the 20th year. Diba? So, i-add mo ulit yung 100,000 na iyan sa iyong 816,000 pesos. Okay? And what is this 350,000 pesos? 350,000 pesos will be given back to you. It is the 85% of your investment. Imagine, 85% of your investment will be given back to you at the maturity period on the 20th period, as long as wala tayong nagamit during our saving period. The 1st to 7th year, this is the crucial year of our plan. As long as wala tayong nagamit dito kahit pisong duling, then that 350,000 pesos will guaranteed will be given back to us by the Kaiser. Diba? Ang ganda. Kaya nga, health is wealth. Kailangan talagang ingatan natin ating mga sarili, lalo na pag plan holder ka. Kasi once ma-save mo lang yung 1 to 7 years, 85% of your investment amount will be given back to you on your 20th year. Diba? So, if we will total all of them, it will give us 1,166,169 pesos. Overall, almost guaranteed on the maturity period, this will be given to you pag ito ay kinuha natin. Cold cash po yan na ibibigay sa atin. Nasa cheque yan ibibigay sa atin. And of course, during this period, ano na ba ang pwede na rin nating mga benefits, di ba? Apart from that, syempre pwede na yan for outpatient, okay? Pwede na rin na inpatient kasi during the first 7 years, inpatient lang ang pwede doon. Kailangan talaga mag-stay ka sa hospital para magamit mo yung plan, di ba? Pwede na rin sa mga pre-existing na mga sakit. Later on, we will see what are those pre-existing na sakit. Pwede na rin sa mga dreaded na sakit. Ibig sabihin ito yung mga sakit na mga matitindi na, okay? Nasa mga lifeline, end of your lifeline ka na. Maternity benefits, di ba? Kasi during the first to 7 years, hindi pa po pwede dito ang mga maternity benefits. Yung mga nganak ka, paggasto sa panganak, hindi pa po pwede dyan. But after the 7th year, then pwede mo na gamitin yan for maternity. Okay? Dental benefits, syempre, and your annual health benefit plus an additional health benefit. Okay? Those are the normal ones. Okay? So, makikita natin na ang laki ng pera na nakukuha natin in our plan alone. Diba? Depende sa iyong plan na kinuha. So, for K100, meron kang almost guaranteed 1.6 million at the end of your maturity period. Now, we have finished our second stage. We're gonna move for, okay, let's do first our pre-existing. Tignan muna natin, ano ba itong mga existing na ito, ng mga sakit na kailangan nating malaman. So, pre-existing medical conditions daw are those illnesses or injuries considered to be existent prior to the effective date of the contract. So, ito yung mga sakit na talagang meron na tayo kahit wala pa tayong kontrata sa Kaiser. Okay? So, either nakitaan na siya ng sintomas or hindi, pero alam natin or alam ng mga medical doctors na it's already in our body, hindi lang natin nakikita, pero nag-i-exist na siya. Lumalabas lang siya nung tumatagal na ang panahon. Okay? Professional advice treatment was given for such illness or condition. Ibig sabihin, ito talaga is alam mo na. Alam na natin na may sakit tayo prior to our contract. Okay? Such illness or condition was anyway evident to the member before the effective date of the contract. Ito yung sabi natin kanina na kahit hindi pa natin alam na meron tayo, pero andyan na pala siya. Meron na pala tayong mga sakit na ganyan. Okay? The pathogenesis of such illness or condition started whether or not the member is aware of it. Yan po. What are the examples of these existing illnesses? Yung normal bronchial asthma, COPD, diabetes, thyroid. Yung kapatid ko may thyroid. And then, endometriosis. So, makikita natin dito na marami, halos lahat ng mga sakit that we can think of about extended illnesses, diba, is andito sila lahat. Even cancer, andyan, osteosclerosis. Ito siguro cancer nito, ito yung mga early stage ng cancer. Okay? So, mga hernias. So, those are just the illnesses na pwede na siyang makover on the extended period natin. And what are these dreaded diseases? Such as stroke, okay, yung mga cardiovascular disease, yung mga malignancies and blood discretias, mga collagen diseases, liver parenchyma or disease, conditions that may require dialysis, diba? Anything that is really dreaded diseases na talagang nasa halos dulo ka na ng buhay mo. So, kasama na rin yan na pwede nating gastusan from our plan during the extended period or the waiting period. So now we're going to talk about our long-term care plan. What will happen after our maturity period? So this is the period from the 20th year onwards. Okay? Ano po ba ang dapat nating gawin during that time? Well, alam niyo po ba na pag yung pera natin or investment natin is we will keep it in Kaiser, hindi natin kinuha ito. Let's say, for example, in our age bracket here, we started at age 22, right? Age 22, and then nag-mature ang kanyang plan at the age of 42. So, that person or the plan holder is still very young on that in this case. And then, marami pa siyang panahong magtrabaho, malakas pa siya. So, maybe that person or plan holder will decide to keep his investment in Kaiser with Kaiser. Diba? Pinanatili niya ang kanyang investment sa Kaiser kasi once you will keep the investment in Kaiser, it will still accumulate over the years. Yun ang ginawa ng ating plan holder dito sa example natin. Okay? So, once that 42 years old plan holder will reach 60 years old with his investment still with Kaiser, ang pera niya doon ay lalago or mag-accumulate ng 6,483,800 pesos. Imagine mo from 1.1 million, asan na yung ating 1.1 million? There. From 1.1 million, magiging 6.4 million na at the age of 60. That's 18 years after. Diba? And then yung kanya annual lifetime healthcare benefit limit at the age of 60 is 648,381. Diba? Ito yung perang nakalaan sa kanyang mga medical bills. Now, paano pag umabot pa siya ng 65 at he still keeps that money in Kaiser? Aabot na yan ng 10.4 million at the age of 65. Diba? Sapat na po ba itong pera na ito na panggastos mo sa medical bills mo or pwede mo nang i-withdraw, diba? During this time, may 10 million ka na with Kaiser. Magkano lang binayad mo? 411,000. Imagine. 411,000. That is why we're always telling here in IMG, in our investment, the time is our best asset, is our ally. You just take advantage with the time that you have, invest it wisely in a very good investment vehicles. Then you will let your money work for you. And this is what happened with Kaiser, diba? So, kahit healthcare siya, at least meron siya kasamang investment. Kung hindi mo magamit yung pera mo sa iyong healthcare, then you have this cold cash money na pwede mong gamitin when you retire. Imagine, if you start at the age of 22, at the age of 42, mature na yung plan mo. Kung paabotin mo pa ito ng 65 years old, may 10 million ka na out of your 411,000 pesos. Diba? Is it bad? No, it's not bad. It's very good investment. It's very wise investment. So, ano pwede natin gawin during our maturity period? Ano bang pwede natin gawin sa ating pera? Ito yung kagandahan niya kasi we have 4 options, okay? 4 options to do. First option is to continue the health benefit with term life insurance. Ibig sabihin po nito, yung ating pera sa Kaiser is we keep it there. So, hindi natin tinanggal yung ating investment. We leave it in Kaiser and then continue. Meron tayong life insurance up to the age of 80 years old, okay? And then meron tayong healthcare benefit na it won't exceed ng 2 million face amount sa isang taon, okay? And syempre, we can still be covered with our pre-existing conditions, di ba? Lahat ng mga sakit natin, lahat annual medical check-up, yung ating mga dental, you can still continue to go to our accredited hospitals and clinics and doctors or specialists, di ba? And of course, we are still covered with our life insurance and the rest of it. We can enjoy basically. Okay? Everything that we can do with our plan. And what is the second option? Ito yung option na kung saan you continue your health benefit with yearly increment annual withdrawal of the yearly increment earned. Ibig sabihin, parang kinukuha lang natin yung porsyento na tinutubo ng ating investment. Nagets nyo? Ibig sabihin, kung yung pera mo o yung investment mo sa Kaiser ay kumita ng 12%, yung 12% lang ang kukunin mo every year. Okay? Kung kumita ng 10%, yung 10% lang ang kinukuha mo every year. So, ibig sabihin, para kang nagkakaroon ng pension plan sa Kaiser. Every year, kumukuha ka ng pera, kinikita, dividendo ng iyong investment. And ano pag kagandahan ito pag ito ang ginawa mo, di ba? You still have covered. You're covered still with your life insurance up to the age of 80 years old. Covered ka pa rin. And then, meron kang 25% total health benefit limit that won't exceed 1 million face amount every year. And of course, you can still enjoy the rest ng mga clinics natin, mga medical conditions natin. Pwede pa rin yan na ma-cover ng ating mga Kaiser allowances natin. Okay? So, yun lang, di ba? Kukunin mo lang yung porsyento, dividendo, na kinita ng iyong investment every year. Diba? And what is our third option? Our third option will be you withdraw up to 50% of your investment. So, let's say, for example, 1.1 yung pera mo, diba? Yung total na nakuha mo sa pera mo, yung maturity amount value niya. So, kukunin mo yung up to 50% of it. How much is that? 50% of your 1.1 nasa around 500,050 pesos. 550,000 mga ganong amount, di ba? Yun yung maximum na pwede mong makuha. And the rest of it, kalahati niyan, ikikip mo rin sa Kaiser. Iiwan mo sa Kaiser. And of course, bakit mo iiwan? Kasi nag-accumulate pa rin yan every year na andun lang siya. And of course, pwede mo pa rin siyang magamit pag ikaw ay nagkasakit. Pwede mo pa rin, mayroon ka pa rin perang pang medical bills mo. Ang nawala lang po is wala ka ng life insurance. Okay? Tandaan po natin, if we do the option 3, wala na po tayong life insurance during this time. Okay? And kung in case na ma-hospital tayo, yung perang natira natin, yun na po yung gagastusin sa ating mga medical bills. Alright? Yun lang po yung difference niya. And what is the fourth option? It is a full withdrawal of your total health benefits. Ibig sabihin po nito, talagang kukunin mo na ang iyong pera with Kaiser. Mostly sa mga gumagawa nito, yun talaga ng mga matatanda na hindi na nila kailangan talaga ng medical bills. So gusto na nila gastusin yung pera, i-enjoy, then they can withdraw the full amount of the money. And ibig sabihin nito, once we do that, wala na po tayong relasyon sa Kaiser. Okay? So, no more relationship with Kaiser for option 4. And of course, laging nating tandaan, if we will do option 4, 1 month before our maturity period, kailangan ma-inform na po natin ang Kaiser about that plan, about that na kunin na po natin yung pera natin sa kanila. Okay? Kasi once hindi po natin ginawa yan, we will not inform them at least 30 days before the maturity period. Automatically, ang gagawin ni Kaiser, i-invest nila yan gaya ng option 1. Gagawin nila yung option 1 na sa ating term ng ating pera. Diba? So, wag po natin kalimutan, inform sila kung sakaling gusto natin i-withdraw ating pera. Gawin natin yung option 4. Alright? Okay, so grace period, syempre may grace period tayo. Kung sakaling malate tayo sa pagbabayad, meron tayong 30 days na grace period. Okay, so kung sakaling malate ka ng isang araw, 2 araw, wag ka pong magpanic. Okay? 30 days, listen, 30 days grace period. Dapat within 30 days, from your due date, mabayaran po natin yan para hindi mag-lapse ang ating plan sa ating Kaiser. Okay? Do we do update and redate? Yes, we do. So, what is update and redate? Anong difference nito? Well, update, ang ibig sabihin nito, kung sakali mang hindi ka nakapagbayad sa Kaiser for at least 2 years maximum, okay? Apart from the grace period na 30 days wherein in effect pa rin ang ating plan sa Kaiser, okay, once na lumagpas na po tayo ng 30 days, that will be the day na kung saan naglapse na yung ating plan. Ibig sabihin, hindi ka na protected, okay? And then, from that day, magbilang ka ng hanggat 2 taon, pwede mo pa rin i-update or redate ang iyong plan. You just have to do a reinstatement application, and then magbabayad na tayo ng 300 pesos. Just make it sure that up to 2 years lang po. Pag lumagpas na po na tayo ng 2 years, there's nothing we can do. We just have to reapply again for another plan. Okay? So, pero imagine 2 years, napakahabang panahon po ang palugit ng Kaiser sa atin para pwede natin ma-update or ma-redate ang ating plan. So, yung pag gusto mong i-update lang, magbabayad lang tayo ng 1.5 na surcharge per month or 18% per annum ng ating mga unpaid na installment. Okay? So, babayaran na po natin yan. Okay? Plus the 300 pesos na reinstatement fee if we want to update. Redate naman, gagawin na natin is babayaran na natin yung buwan. Okay? Remember, we only pay the premium for the month, yung buwan na magbabayad ka. Okay? Ang problema lang sa redate is uusog yung maturity date mo or maturity year mo. Let's say, for example, yung maturity year ko is 2030 and then let's say 2 years akong, let's say 1 year akong hindi nakapagbayad. So yung 2030 ko magiging 2031 na ang maturity year. So nadagdagan siya ng 1 taon. That's the redate, alright? So, yes, and of course, pag gumawa tayo nito, ang mangyayari dito is will be considered as a new applicant. Ibig sabihin, Kaiser will always have the authority to check whether we are still able to have our life insurance. Diba? Kung applicable pa ba tayo for life insurance. So, kaya nang ginagawa natin when we do application, we're still gonna do some medical question and answer, okay? Lalo na pag on your previous file is in IB ka, still Kaiser will ask some medical records from you. Okay, kasi meron tayong it's the purpose of our contestability of our insurance coverage. And it is just right. It is the right of the company to do so. Okay? Alright, is it transferable or can it be assigned? Yes, of course. Kaya meron tayong mga beneficiaries sa ating Kaiser, right? We have 4 beneficiaries. The first one is irrevocable. So, kailangan first person nating beneficiary, you really trust that person. Yan yung person na hindi mo pwedeng palitan or hindi na napapalitan. Unlike sa the second and the third and the fourth na pwedeng palitan, okay, kaya once we signed for a beneficiary, dapat clear po yung utak mo. Okay? You really is decided to have that person as your first beneficiary. Alright? So, kung sakali mang mawala po tayo sa mundong ibabaw, pwede pong maibigay or may transfer yung ating plan sa taong yon or sa ating first beneficiary. Okay? Or can it be assigned? Yes. You can just write your last will and testament relating to your plan, and then by law, it will be implemented. Okay? So, once mawala po tayo. And of course, ano po ba yung mata-transfer nito ng ating mga beneficiaries? Siyempre, yung yearly healthcare benefit value, yung long-term care benefit value, long-term healthcare experience incentive, and additional healthcare hospital benefit limit. Okay? Lahat po yan. As long as, kasi lalo na ang mga ito, lalo pag death ang cause ng transfer, talagang nakuha na nila yung life insurance kung we are insured, di ba? So, ang matatransfer na lang sa ating mga beneficiary is yung mga healthcare benefit na lang na mga limit or value. Yun na lang ang may enjoy nila. And of course, hindi na sila kailangang magbayad kasi bayad na yan once we die. Automatic na waiver yan ng ating company. Alright? So, sorry, ano nangyari dito? Hindi nakikita. Alright, this is all about upgrading and downgrading of plans. I don't know what happened to the... Alright, anyway. So, this is about the downgrading and upgrading of plans natin, okay? So, pwede ba nating i-upgrade ang ating mga plans? Yes, we can upgrade it. But make it sure we need to fix our mind, okay? 30 days ang ating limit, okay? We have 30 days or 1 month to decide to upgrade our plan. So, either you upgrade, pwede mong palakihin yung iyong plan, yung premium mo. Let's say, if you took K45, gusto mo gawin K100. So, pwede po yan, basta within 30 days, alright? And then, same thing sa ating mode of payment. Kung una is naglagay ka ng monthly at gusto mong gawing annual, within 30 days, pwede pong gawin yan. When you do that within 30 days, magkakaroon ka po ng discount, okay? For 1 year, mayroon kang 2 months discount. For semi-annual, I guess so you have 30% discount. And then for quarterly, I think you have around 10% discount, okay? And then after 30 days, we're no longer allowed to upgrade our plan. However, we are still allowed to upgrade our mode of payment, okay? However, wala na po siyang discount na mangyayari kasi nalagpas na tayo doon sa 30 days. Alright? And downgrading is not allowed for mode of payment and even for our plan. Walang downgrading, only upgrading. Okay? Lagi natin tandaan. What is about, sino ba yung eligible sa ating Kaiser plan? From the early as 10 years old until you age 60 years old, you are still allowed to grab a plan in Kaiser. So, if you are 10 to 40 years old, K45, which is the smallest plan that we have, up to the K1 million. K1 million is our biggest plan. Okay? That's 58,000 a month. Aba, kung may kumuha sa atin ng K1 million, di ba? Magpapapiesta na tayo, di ba? Kalaking pera nun, di ba? So, if you are 41 years old to 50 years old, K60 ang pinaka-minimum na pwedeng kunin. Alright? If 51 years old to 60 years old, K75 ang pinaka-minimum na plan ang pwedeng kunin. So, yan po yung mga plan limit na pwede sa bawat age. Healthcare value, in case na gusto nating i-surrender yung ating contract sa Kaiser, are we allowed to do so? Pwede nating i-breach yung ating contract? Yes, you can. Pero we discourage you by doing this. Why? Kasi sayang po. Sayang yung iyong investment para sa iyong healthcare in the future. And not only that, ang liit po ng makukuha po ninyong value, healthcare value, when you will breach your contract. It's not worth to do so. Kaya wag nyo na po itong isipin gawin. Pag tayo kumuha ng ating plan, ituloy-tuloy po natin hanggang sa maturity period. And PhilHealth. Kailangan po ba natin ng PhilHealth once we have our Kaiser? Yes, it is advisable na mayroon ka rin PhilHealth. Though alam natin na sa Pilipinas ngayon, mayroong problema ang PhilHealth, may mga issue ang PhilHealth. All we can do now is just really to pray na ma-solve ang problema and PhilHealth will still be in our government. Kasi ang laking tulong ng PhilHealth sa buhay ng ating mga mamamayang Pilipino. Even us na nasa abroad, malaking tulong ang PhilHealth in case na magkasakit tayo, di ba? Bakit kailangan ng PhilHealth sa ating Kaiser? Dahil by law, once tayo ay magkasakit, pag tayo ay magbayad na sa ating mga medical bills, ang unang kakaltasan sa ating bills is yung PhilHealth muna natin. Okay? After the PhilHealth, sa kanila kukunin ang sa Kaiser or sa any HMO na plan mo. Alright? Now, ang mangyayari pag wala kang PhilHealth, ang mangyayari dyan, ikaw mismo ang magbabayad sa halaga na para sa PhilHealth before tatanggalan ang Kaiser. Kaya po, it is really advisable to have PhilHealth. Magkaroon po tayo ng PhilHealth din. And also, it is a help for our economy in the Philippines. Alright? So, now, babalik tayo dito sa final test of a good healthcare, which is ito yung mga questions na binasa natin kanina. And tingnan natin kung ang mga questions po ba na ito is meron ng ating healthcare provider ng Kaiser nito. First is, does it have both short-term and long-term healthcare? Yes. Diba? From the first year after you paid for the 1-year premium, meron ka ng mga benefits na pwedeng ma-enjoy during your short term. and especially our long-term healthcare. Does it have guaranteed renewal? Yes, because it's a 20 years plan. It's a very long year plan. Kaya every year, you are secure, you are protected. Does it have guaranteed savings and investment? Yes, definitely. At the end of the maturity period, you will enjoy your investment. Does it have life insurance or protection, like accident protection? Yes, definitely. We have a rider of life insurance and accident insurance in our healthcare here in Kaiser. Diba? So, are you the money machine in your family? Tayo po ba ay money machine ng ating family? If we are, then let's love ourselves all the more. Mas mahalin po natin ating mga sarili. I-look after natin ating mga sarili. Let us remember the reason why we work so hard. It is because of our family. Diba? Para po sa pamilya natin. Kaya mahalin po natin ating mga sarili. If you love yourself, do something for yourself. Invest in yourself. Importante po ito. Let's pay ourselves first. What is paying ourselves first? Let's invest some money for our future, for our golden age. Invest money for ourselves. Let's secure ourselves. Importante po natin ito para po hindi tayo tumandang luhaan. Mumuwi ito sa Pilipinas na walang ipon, walang pera. Napaka-saklap na experience iyan. Kaya wag po nating danasin iyan. If you do, you'll be able to protect and provide longer for your family. And this is true, di ba? If we will do all this, we will invest and secure ourselves, we can provide more, longer years for our family. So health is wealth. Health is expensive. It is indeed very expensive pag hindi po natin inagapan. Lagi po natin sinasabi, di ba? It is better to prevent, di ba? To prevent than curing a disease. Kung kailangan natin pwedeng mapreventahan na, let's prevent it. Diba? Rather than gagastos tayo ng laking pera just to cure it. Kasi mahal ang magkasakit. Hence, start investing in your healthcare whilst you can. Hanggat kaya pa po natin, let's start. Let's start it. Okay, thank you so much for your time and God bless us all. Good night, everyone. And we can already...
If you learned something from this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Have your free Kaiser quotation on the description below.